Party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Ross moving, Lowe's, Rumble, Aldo, Nice is the uncle.
Shout out to my pops. Shout out to my driving instructor, Chad Batson. Cause of them, boy, I know how to drive. And I drive pretty good. Cause of them, I know the ways of the road. I respect the road. And not to mention, I'm a defensive driver as well. With all that being said, I know how to drive. And I just hate when people don't know how to drive. And with this just brings me to my next point. I hate when you're on the highway and people are just loafing on the left side of the road or don't realize the left lane is used, when you're going hella fast or when you're using it to just pass somebody up. And so the other day, somebody was in the left lane. I'm late for work. I got 30 minutes to make up in a matter of 15 minutes. So I'm trying to push it. But nevertheless, she just slow bugging in the left lane. So eventually she gets over. Then I see her start taking pictures of my license plate. Keep in mind, earlier this week, I seen somebody else, I guess, getting mad on the road, doing that to somebody else. And I'm just confused to ask, what do people do once they got a picture of your license plate? I'm confused. I don't know what they do with that. And I feel kind of, a little worried. So if I come up missing, y'all know why.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man, Aldo Nice.
It's your boy, Rod Smooth.
Wow, it's your boy, Los, a.k.a. C.A. Pete.
Hey, I'm not even going to speak on that, Rod. Listen, Rumble, I'm just going to refer to that as, it's peak whiteness, dog. They're not going to do nothing with your license plate, bro. They're not doing nothing with it. Raj, you are probably more familiar with individuals who may pull a stunt like this. What are they doing with that license plate?
Thanks so much for the backhanded compliment. So I'm sure they call like crime busters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like them little like non-emergency crime stoppers. Well, I'm sure they got crime busters too. Busters of crime. They probably call those like non-emergency. Like, hey, just be on the lookout. For like this license plate if they wild or if they like swerving or or just being unruly or being Debo on the road. Like, and then they're just, I'm pretty sure it's nothing happens or nothing comes of it, but just in case they got a cop in the area, like they'll ask you like where you at and stuff like that. But that's what I would imagine would happen that they would do. Waste their time to call the non-emergency police number.
So they say somebody driving really fast on such and such.
Exactly.
Right now.
So no, Raj, I'm picking your brain. I got questions. So do you think that they pull over to the side of the road to make that call?
No. They
do it while they're driving.
I mean, I guess, no doubt.
Okay.
I mean,
so I have a follow-up question.
All right, so I'm not about to sit here and I'm not going to necessarily sit here and act like every single phone in the world has like some sort of Siri or Google Assistant, but most people got Siri or something. So at the very best or at the very least, whatever way you want to look at it, they could just holler at Siri or go through their Bluetooth. Most people got that on their cars nowadays.
Okay, so the next question is, do they have that number saved? So are they like, call non-emergency police?
Yes. Yes.
Hey Siri.
So yeah, no, I work in the... I'm sure you could say, hey, I don't want to say it because my phone will actually call it. So I'm sure they can say the words and then, like the non-emergency traffic department. Or what I think is, I don't know if you've ever seen, some people have ICE in their phones, which means in case of emergency.
Oh.
So I would imagine...
I thought you meant like they was calling that on Mexican people. Like ICE.
That's what I was about to say.
Go ahead.
Nah. They'll have that like next to their mama name or like their boyfriend or girlfriend's name. And so I think that they actually have the because they call often.
Wow.
They're trying to keep the roads safe. That's what somebody that would be taking your license plate down is not just a one-off. They're notorious for that.
They do that.
Now, I think only people do that is people who don't have to be to work till like 9:30 though.
I don't do that, and I don't have to be to work till 9:30.
No, I'm saying I'm saying people who do that. I'm not saying everybody who has to be to work. I'm just saying people who do that. You don't have to be to work before 8.
Or they are retired or something. Maybe. What you think?
Yeah, you going to breakfast? You go to breakfast every morning.
Man, have y'all ever been out like in the middle of the day? Well, probably not as much as Rod. You might be out in the middle of the day like I do, like because I know Los, you be at work at noon. Like a lot of times, like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I got to run to the store and do something. Cutting, you walk in like out. The mall or the store, and it's cracking, children, all kind of random people just in the store in the middle of the day. That'd be crazy to me, dog.
But people don't work in Houston, though. People don't work in Houston at all.
Okay.
It's not the only place. People don't. I think that people. Yeah, I think nowadays, especially with like how big sales are, like I mean, everybody's like promoting themselves and trying to be in sales, and Saturday is a big day. So people work on Saturdays, so that means just like barbers, like people work on Saturdays, so they have a day in the middle of the week off. A lot of people. That's what I think. I just think that you got more people working on Saturdays now, and so you got a day in the week off.
I get you.
And it just so happens that you just go to the mall on that one day.
I could feel that a little bit, but let me rewind back to the point at hand, to Lawrence's point. My last real inquiry about that is this: what did them people do in like 1998? I mean, they didn't have a cell phone.
No,
what did they do in 98?
Write it down, pull over to the nearest payphone, which was on every corner, and call.
Drive to the police station and
hey,
with a tablet full of
I need to check these people out. This Monday. This was Monday. This was Tuesday. These two was both Wednesday. Now he did it twice. I saw him twice over there.
Let me tell you, Aldo, you just opened up a can of worms in my brain just now, because I'm not necessarily worried about the police thing, but I'm thinking about what if I was listening to the radio in 1998 and it said, caller number 9, if you call now, you'll win $1,000 in tickets to the Drake concert. How am I going to be caller number 9 from the call?
You gotta be at home to be cut. You gotta pull over.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is who was listening to the radio at that time? Like you had to be at the house with the radio. People actually did that?
Yes, a lot of people did, boy.
But I used to be listening to the radio at night at my house, like when I was in middle school.
How you think people used to make their own tapes? You wait for your son to
come home
and record it?
I feel like your morning drive and your afternoon drive also, and maybe I guess that's in the cell phone era, but still I feel like those was like hot times.
I got you.
Your morning drive and your afternoon drive is hot times on the radio. Like
they were hot, but you wasn't. But you either call in before you go to school.
I think people was at work already, right?
Yeah.
I think people was already at work.
On the phone.
So you had to be listening to the radio at work.
Yeah, like
you had to have one of them jobs.
Yeah, like 8:30 you at work, 8:15 you at work already.
Little call center there. They already got the phone on your thing. Yeah, you good.
And then the radio was way bigger than it is now.
Yes.
You had a Walkman.
You know what I mean?
Had the Walkman.
That was a bigger deal. Yeah.
Wow. No, I mean, I'm talking about physically.
Oh.
You had a Walkman. You had a little Walkman.
Your radio was bigger than it is now. Whatever your radio is.
I got you. You know what's the biggest lie I ever told to people? That, man, when you get up, when you get older, you're just going to work a 9 to 5. I remember the first time I started working a 9 to 5 and I realized it was 8 to 5. I was pissed off about that. I was pissed about that.
Y'all been lying to me all these fucking years.
I've never been off at 5 o'clock in my life.
What?
Damn, right.
They was like 9 to 5. Nigga, that's 8 hours. When you going to take lunch? You working 8 to 5, boy. Oh. I had thought in my head, thought y'all had said that I had to get a 9 to 5. But I had thought
another hour of sleep.
I feel like people used to, because I'm thinking 9 to 5, that's 8 hours, right? Like that's 8 hours.
It is.
So people used to either get paid on their lunch break or there was no such thing as a lunch break. But I know people had lunch breaks.
Yeah.
So what is a 9 to 5?
What is a 9 to 5?
Like, what is it? Because in my work experience, I've never worked for a place that pays you on your lunch break.
So that's a 35-hour week is what a 9 to 5 is. Damn near a part-time job is what a 9 to 5 is.
Yeah.
Exactly. What is that? What is a 9 to 5? We should research that.
Yeah, that's the biggest lie ever told in the history of the world, man. Rumble, just stay out of that left lane if you're not gonna drive tell them people to stay out of the left lane, blow your horn, and I got a little.
No, get your ass up on time for work.
Well, that too. Trying to drive from Lafayette to Baton Rouge on the Chapalayan Basin. People been probably taking his license plate every day, tripping, man. But yeah, that's a lot, Rumble. And if someone took my license plate, that would burn my boudin. So let me tell you some things that burn my boudin this week. The first thing, Los, this is specifically something that I think will hit home for you. Handshake teacher daddies burn my boudin. The people who like be at the door. What you think about them, Los?
It's enough, dog. We saw it already. Yes, it's cool. It's cool, okay? But my thing is this, you wasting valuable instruction time learning how to shake hands. And just like I know, and I'm sure Al knows, it take more than one time to teach a kid a handshake. Now, if your kid know all them handshakes y'all got, and they don't know they mail, they got a 16 mail, throw the whole handshake away. All right? You need to be at the door doing times tables every morning. Right? I feel like if you're doing handshakes, all your kids should pass the state standardized test, and everybody should have A's and B's in their class. If you got some C minuses and some D's and F's in that class, you do math facts with them, right? Make them spell a word every time they come to the door. You don't get a handshake until you pull your grade up. Now, we're going to do incentives. That's cool. But, okay, the morning handshake just take 15, 20 minutes. You're missing morning announcements and the warm-up every morning. You're starting 30 minutes behind because you won't get that enough is enough. And if you watch it closely, it seems like all the kids come to class on time. We all know that's not true. Like, let me be good. But, yeah, I'm tired. It's over with.
Los, those are all of the same sentiments I had. I just think when something goes like this is the example I'm going to use. When LSU beat Bama this weekend, and Marcus Spears was over there talking that noise to Stephen A. Smith, and it went viral. The next day, Ryan Clark was on there, and I was like, man, I hope Ryan Clark don't try to do the same thing that Marcus Spears did today.
And he did. He did.
You know what I mean? Like, it's cringeworthy when something go like viral. Like, I don't want to see another teacher singing with their kids and dancing and on top of the tables having their kids. I don't want to see that no more. We didn't see that. Do something different.
No.
I think we respect originality. Like, that's what it is. Like, so the first teacher that we saw do it was like, ooh, that's dope. But like the next one and the next one and the next one, it's like not cool. And I'll think that you're a whole clown for even doing it again. Because you saw the first video.
Yeah. I think for me, it's because you got to set it up. You know what I'm saying? I think when it make it crazy when you go, okay, hey, come here, I video this. All right, everybody get against the wall. All right, put your hands down. All right, tuck your shirt in. Everybody look like, okay, all right, we good. I got a suit on today. Cool. All right, here we go.
Let me see the lighting. Let me see.
Yeah, we good. I look good. We straight. You got it? Then you look over. You recording? All right, here we go. Let's go. But my thing is, too, like, we all had handshakes with little kids, but we not sitting there before class. Every teacher knows we don't have time for this. It's not realistic. Like, so, relax, man.
I mean, I used to beat my kids at the door, and I had like a handshake with like two of the N-words that would come in my room, like my little my trouble cases that are run up on me like, "What up, coach?
Yeah.
What up, bro?"
Yeah,
but not the whole everybody. Yeah. I don't need to. No, stop that. Yeah. I don't need all my kids being little culture vultures either. Like,
no.
It's enough for that. Time out with that. So all I'm gonna say, handshake teachers, if you're out there, listen. That burns my boudin. The next thing that burned my boudin, look, it's cold outside, man. It's in the teens, you heard me?
Who told you that? Who sent you that text message?
Hey, man, that sounds like a quote from Robert Kelly.
Robert sent you a text, huh? That boy got to burn the phone.
He said, boy, ooh, in the teens tonight. But anyway, with it being cold outside,
that's not funny, man.
You know what burned my boudin? Chap lip season. Chap lip season burned my boudin.
Yeah.
You know why I don't like chap lip? You know what burn my boudin about that is that my body allow my lips to get chapped like they do. And I live in a dry place. And then on the flip side, I'm going to say until I got braces, which I think was probably the age, probably 13, 14, something like that. I didn't know that it was bad to lick your lips. I thought it was like, okay, my lips a little dry, like I'm gonna lick my lips.
LL style.
Bro, like, and I'm at the orthodontist and I'm licking my lips because, of course, I don't know if you ever been to an orthodontist before, but you got your mouth open for the whole
it'd be
thing.
dry. Yeah.
And I'm licking my lips, pause, and he's like, nah, don't lick your lips. You could get lip cancer like that.
Come on, man.
And so I don't, and you know, like now, you know, I know, like, I guess now I realize, especially living in such a dry climate, when you like chronically lick your lips, it makes it worse in the long term. So I don't like that the body works like that. I wish that my saliva also worked as a chapstick instead of just whatever else it does.
I mean, I woke up and I got like a new theory on chapstick because I keep a chapstick in my little console in the car. My new little theory is that if you squeeze the chapstick and it come out shooting and squeeze all over the place and it's like, you know, like it shot out a whole bunch, like it didn't bust on you, so to speak. That means it's too hot outside to be having chapstick on. Like you shouldn't need chapstick if it busts on you like that. That thing should come out slow, like the ice cream at Ryan's and Shoney's. You know what I mean? It should come out real slow, meaning it's real cold outside. Boom. And then you know it's the appropriate temperature for chapstick. That's an observation I had this morning as well. But
so did the chapstick come out that way this morning?
Yeah. Because it was cold outside. I told you it was in the teens. It came out slow. But the other thing the other hidden thing is I don't like chap lip season, not just for me. Because I'm responsible. They got a lot of people who irresponsible out here and be walking around with them chap daddies. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can't stand looking at somebody with chap lips. Go ahead, Los.
I work with a grown woman who got I lick my lips so much that it's crusty around the top. It's either that or she got a mustache, but I think it's because she licked it so much. It's all chapped right up. Like, you know how when kids lick their lips too much, you get that little crust around their lip? She had one in today, and I didn't even speak to her. I was so disgusted.
It might have been a medical issue.
Yeah.
I mean, she ain't. That's my first time seeing it today.
The people that I see with severe, chap lips, like I'm talking severe, like noteworthy chap lips.
I know some people like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, same here. Ugh. When I see them, I'm thinking, I know that's there. Like, like sometimes you don't know you got a booger, or you don't know you got something in your eye, or you don't know if your lips as chapped as they are. Maybe you didn't know your ankles was as ashy as they are. Like, you can't feel those things. But you say the letter P probably 1,000 times in a day. So I know that you felt your lips, and you need to do something immediately about that.
I mean, I feel like some of it is like, man, it happened like when they was kids or something, or they just body work that way. But damn, it's almost like one of them things where I want to have some kind of little corrective surgery behind that, man. Bro,
yeah, I'd rather have a, like, I'm saying a pound, but I mean an embarrassingly an embarrassing amount of Vaseline on my lips than be embarrassingly chapped.
So if you had that embarrassing chapped lip or that big keloid behind your ear, which one you gonna have first?
Ooh.
Give me the lips. I feel like I could fix the lips.
You can fix the keloid.
You don't feel like you can take that big keloid off the back of your ear?
Yeah.
That keloid, that's surgery. Vaseline is topical.
You think those people who got them lips that's forever chapped is like that's just because they don't put medication on their lips? I think that's a medical good thing, Cotton.
That's a bill.
Some of them. I'm the one that said the medical thing. Some of them.
Right, that's the point I'm getting at.
I don't want a medical keloid either.
Medical keloid behind your ear or medical lips that stay chapped.
So basically, you're asking me, you didn't, because all right, cool, we're going medically.
I had to clarify.
If we going medically, that keloid is probably a tumor, and the chapped lips is some sort of simplex. So I'm going with the simplex over the tumor.
If it's benign, I'm good. Just cut that thing off real quick.
I'm going with that keloid. I feel like I can hide that thing behind a do-rag or something.
Yeah, man. and really, if I got insurance, I just go get that thing cut off, pay a little $400-500, and get that little day surgery daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Get that little day surgery daddy with the little patch on your ear for a couple of days, and you good. Stop wearing cheap earrings then, you know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all are ridiculous, man. Let me tell you the next thing that burned my boot this week, man. Homecoming, shout out. One time for homecoming. And before I even say this, man, I apologize to any and everybody I didn't see while I was in the city. I didn't run into like a lot of my people. And I made a valiant effort. It's just, stuff got moving 1,000 miles an hour while I was out there. I just didn't really get a chance to settle down. But for those of y'all who I didn't see, I'm going to rock with you next time, I guarantee, man. Listen, the thing that burned my boot out this week is the homecoming challenge. So it was a thing that was on the internet talking about go back to your old dorm room and just whoever in there knock on the door and give them some loot, some free loot, some money. Because they're in your room. And I was like,
that's not
man, if I was in, so let me tell you why I burned my boot out. It's a wonderful gesture, and I think it's actually pretty fly to go back and see who was in your room and give them a little something. Like, I would have sincerely appreciated that when I was in school. But that's why I burned my boot out. Because why is taking y'all till right now to figure that out? And then I thought about some logistics. What if everybody who used to be in that room pull up? Cause I might end up with some real loot.
Some big money.
Some legitimate dollars.
Like you look forward, so you might be in the same dorm room for 4 years.
You see me?
And you look forward to the same niggas every 4 years.
What's up,
every year coming. Oh, what's up?
What's good? You got that loot for me still?
Hey, it was 50 last year. The price done went up. Now I'm gonna need at least 75. I know you're doing better than you was last year. Come on,
right?
And then if you're doing with some like your some real successful niggas, you stay in your room.
That's what I'm saying. It's all doctors and pharmacists and shit who used to go to my school and engineers.
Oh yeah,
man, them boys got loot.
Money.
Where was this happening when I was in school? That's all I need to know. That's why I burned my boot out.
Did you make it by your dorm room?
Man, fuck them. They got the niggas who was there before me and the niggas who was there after me, dog. Get out of here, dog. Kiss my ass.
It gotta start somewhere.
You could have took that man some gumbo or best friend weekend hat, man.
Hey, man. No, you right. I would have went. I just overslept. But go ahead, Raj. What you was about to say?
I mean, no. The other thing is, if you think, we just was born in that. We wasn't born in that era.
Yeah.
And it's just like I get mad whenever I look at my Instagram followers, knowing everybody at Westgate High School would have followed me if I had Instagram at Westgate High School.
I got you.
And then I would have had buku followers from UL, Lafayette. Yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have had followers all over the place, like kids nowadays. Yeah. And then the funny thing is, I don't know if you ever mentioned this, but kids nowadays got like 2 pictures on their Instagram.
Yeah, that's shit
like
crazy.
They deleted everything.
And don't burn my boot out, but it's different.
It is different. It's crazy. But they got 4,000 followers.
With 2 pictures.
Just, at 18.
No, you're right. So the thing about that, the homecoming challenge thing that kind of it runs in parallel with other things that burn my boot at is that boys do it for the gram, and like the people who was going back and giving money all was getting the undergrads in the pictures with them. Like, hey, look, I went back to the room to give them that loot, and honestly, that's something that we always say we don't like when people do shit for the gram, especially when you're giving people money for the gram, cause that's.
I guess with this one it's different because it's a challenge. I guess it's not a challenge. If you just say you went back and I get on right now. So I just went back and gave the dudes in my old room $2,000. You know what I'm saying? But who gonna believe that? Everybody know I'm cheap, and I gotta ask them. So that won't work out. But if you're doing, if you're gonna do an internet challenge, I guess you have to put it on the internet. Huh?
Right? I guess you're right.
They get a little pass for this one.
I'm not going. We got 4 major stories I want to talk about. So let me give you the last thing that burned my boot at this week, man. The last thing that burned my boot at is, and I'm just going to keep it real simple. People who hate on that chicken sandwich burn my boot at.
For no reason.
That's all. Cause say, bruh, we was in New Orleans and we went to Popeyes and we was getting some chicken. We was like, let me get a 11-piece, spicy, boom, with the 4 biscuits and the 2 sides, boom. And then they was like, would that complete your order? And I looked it around in the car and I was like, no, let me get 3 chicken sandwiches. Because why wouldn't I get 3 chicken sandwiches when this line is around the corner and up the block for these chicken sandwiches? So then I had it again because I hadn't had it since the first time it dropped. Mm-hmm. Cutting, why would you hate on the Lord's work? Cutting, if you hated on that chicken sandwich, you hate on Jesus. That's all I'm telling you right now, man. The same niggas, they would have hate on Jesus, Cutting. That's all I got.
Stupid.
But is the chicken sandwich, is it good? I haven't had one yet.
Raj, I don't even think you understand. You can't understand till you didn't had that boy, couldn't?
He had that. He had it already.
I had the first batch,
Yeah,
and then not everybody talking about the second batch ain't real.
What they're doing is hating, dog. That's called hating.
Nah, I ain't
So
gonna lie.
it's basically the same.
I had a 2.0 from over by my house, but I realized that wasn't a good Popeyes because it wasn't no black people in there.
Well,
I had to go to another one.
So maybe that's it. Maybe I'm not speaking from a place of and from an unbiased place, because I did have that chicken sandwich on Carrollton Avenue in New Orleans.
That's totally different.
So
the black lady worked there. That lady worked there.
That's a Louisiana chicken. They might have the original one still in that thing. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they don't let it. Like, we got one good secret in the boot now. The chicken sandwich recipe.
They kept it. We're gonna keep making the old ones. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I get them new daddies.
At this point, Aldo brought up a topic, and we said some very ignorant things. If you want to hear our politically incorrect foolishness, I will post it after the ending credits, after the NFL segment. But be warned, it's about T.I. and High-Mans. I'm telling you, bro, viewer discretion is advised.
Tamar Braxton, man. Let's talk about her, man, because she was in the news. I don't know who she is. First of all, who is Tamar Braxton? She probably on one of them shows, though, right, Los?
Yeah, that's Tony Braxton's sister.
But what show she on? She on one of them shows, huh?
I don't know the show, but she was married to the fat dude Vince, the dude who was it Katy Perry or Taylor Swift manager or some shit like that?
She was married to her manager producer Vincent Hubert for 9 years before they divorced in 2017, and has reportedly been dating a Nigerian financial services professional, David Adefeso, since June 2018. So that's a little big backstory of who Tamar Braxton is, Tony Braxton's sister. I don't know anything about her in life, but that's it. But why she popping in the news this week is because she made this post. And I quote, "The truth is, ladies, that these dudes out here really do be gay. It ain't enough money, beauty, hair, babies in the world to keep them. They want dick. Period. Wow. There's nothing wrong with you, but they will find every reason in the world to make you not good enough. If he lays with you for 3, 4, 10 days and he don't touch you, it's not you. He want a man, and that's on my mama."
Oh, I see what happened there.
You know what? Let me address this one right quick. So, you ever get on Facebook and you see a post like this from somebody not named Tamar Braxton or somebody not a celebrity at all, and you know it's directed towards somebody?
Yeah. Somebody
hurt that lady.
Mm-hmm. That's what you about to say.
That is the truth. Someone.
Nah,
it might be. I'm just saying. I don't know who it is. I don't know what's going on in her life, but there's that's not just off the cuff. That's not just something. Yeah. She not Chris Powers. That's
pain.
Off. That is totally at somebody.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rod. She definitely hurt, and I mean, just because a man it might be you. He might just don't see you that way. Like, you cool or whatever. He just might don't want to give you that thing.
But that mean he want a man all of a sudden? Like, that's the crazy part.
I don't think that mean he want a man. He might want another woman. But I don't think he might want a man because it's you. Because Tamar all that cold. And she bald head. She could have had off.
I don't think that you could say that. Like, I think that, so 1 and 2 times was cool, but the third time is not. Like, the 4th time, that man really gay. Like, the 3rd time, he gay already to her. Like, it's a foregone. The 4th time, that's it. The 10th time, I don't know what happened, how we got to 10 so fast.
Okay, so my question is...
Because she said if he's lazy for 3, 4, 10 days.
3, 4, 10 days and he don't touch you. So I got so many questions about that, and let's kind of break it. Let's back it up. So I think certain parts of it are, like, the things that came to my mind was sex drive versus age. Like, when we 18, 19, 20 years old, and we in that bed, she don't have to say if a man lays with you 3, 4, 10 days. The question is if a nigga lay with you for 3, 4, 10 minutes, if he ain't trying to touch them jubs, like, It's on site. It's
Yeah.
on site.
It's for real. You
Like-
walk past me too hard, I'm piped up 18, boy.
Listen. We used to have a saying, dog, that basically, if like in college, if a girl would sleep with you, like in the bed, then neither one of us was going to sleep. Like we're just not gonna go to sleep. Like she gonna be like, man, stop the whole fucking time, and then you gonna end up stopping eventually when you go to sleep, dog. But like little boys, youngsters,
Oh man.
craziness. But once you're a grown up, cutting, you don't have that same drive like you used to have when you was a little kid, like trying to smash all day. Cutting like that is,
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a thing, dog. I think age is a big determinant of that. Cutting.
I think age and that person too. I think, sometimes that thing might be fine, but that thing might get on your nerves though. You know what I mean? You be like, you know what? You cool, but you don't really do it for me like that. Like if I was, like you said, if I was 18, I'm looking at that ass ready to knock something off. No matter how bad you got on my nerves, I ain't really like you like that. But you get a certain age, you be like, you know what? I'm finna go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't
So do
really
y'all-
into that thing like that, you won't hit.
So another question that comes up is about the relationship status of whomever she's referring to in this thing. Rod, you're adamant that she's talking about somebody, right? So
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think that she's talking about. Not necessarily think that she's talking about someone that she's involved with.
Okay.
This could be her friend,
I got you.
you know, like that's going through this.
I get you. And she's giving us some
speaking for her.
advice. I got you. But my question is, do you think she's referencing if you in a relationship with somebody and y'all sleep together all the time and
No.
like he don't try to smash you, or if it's
This
just
sound,
that's the question.
this sounds like I'm dating someone.
Okay. And he didn't.
I'm dating.
Okay.
I'm dating someone. I'm trying to get to know somebody. Oh, we done slept in the same bed one time. Nothing happened. Cool. He respect me. Twice, nothing happened, but I really want it. Third time it happens, then now he gay.
Mm.
That's
Mm.
what I think she's saying.
Okay. So I was reading into it like when I was reading it, I was thinking I didn't have a clue as to which direction she meant. If she meant it that direction, then that I don't know. There's something to be said there. Los, what are your thoughts?
I mean, just because the man been laying up with you for 3 days, don't mean he gay, and he ain't trying to. He don't mean he gay. Maybe he having 3 bad dick days or something. You just never know. I don't know that man. I don't know that man having good dick days or not. But I don't necessarily think he gay now. I think it's just other signs that you might can go with that, but we're not gonna get into those things. But I don't think that necessarily mean he gay just
So,
because he.
I agree with what you said though, Los. There are other rationales. So some of the things I was thinking was the first thing that came to mind is the one we said earlier, is that maybe that man don't like you like that. Maybe he just over there because you got some money, or you like you doing for him some kind of way, and then that man get there and he kind of like having a guilty conscious moment where he like, man, look, I don't really, I'm here, but I don't really want to smash that thing. So part of it is her, and her saying it's not you is it could be her. And the other thing is
Yes.
busyness and tiredness. Like I feel like some people work stupid hard, and when they get in the bed, they might just be tired as hell. Like I think that people don't take that into account as well. I don't know, might not be a thing. But I'm throwing it out.
Just don't
I
feel
think-
like working.
I'm honestly this might be an unpopular opinion, and I saw she didn't already apologize for
You
it.
gonna agree with
but
her?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with her.
You agree with it?
Because of the picture that she painted for me was not like she gonna be involved with somebody that's gonna be tired when they come sleep over. Because that's what I'm saying. Like if she's saying he lay with you, like y'all don't live together, so y'all
Okay.
laying together,
Okay.
and so it should have happened. And if it didn't happen, why? And he got to be gay. I mean, what else would it be? Oh, he tired? Then why you didn't just stay at your house?
All right.
What you came here for?
Okay.
To
All
go
right.
to sleep in that comfortable bed.
All right.
And of course, I wouldn't say the same thing. I wouldn't say the same thing
about a
for
woman.
like a female. Like if the female come over, I'm not gonna get on a rant and say, "Oh, she must be gay because she
Didn't
we
wanna
didn't
give
do
it- she
nothing
didn't
when
wanna
came
put
sleep
out.
o-" Right.
What if that
I'm
man
just
don't want to
thinking-
put out though? So oh my god, right?
Come, I'm not holding us to the same standards. You know what I mean.
Hold up. She said.
Oh.
She said.
Spicy.
If he lays with you, she didn't say if he come to your crib. So can I throw that out there? What if she go into his crib and that man at the house like watching TV and she like I'm here and she pull up and she drunk and just come in the house like trying to hop in the bed and hop on that man.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Give it to me now.
But that's what I'm
Please,
saying. So like, I feel like it don't take 3 times for you to know that you don't like something. Like 2 times is
I got you.
enough.
You're not gonna
That's
let it
what
in
I'm
after
saying.
the second time.
Exactly. So the 3rd time, you're not even going to get the chance to think I'm gay because I already done gave you them 2 shots and I don't want it.
Well, what
So
if,
why
what if
you
he a
still
guy who
sleeping
take
at
his
that man's
time?
house
He
10
just-
times.
What if he not a dog, Roger? He's just a good guy. He just gonna be like, you know what? Let me get to know you first, because he know once he get to it, she get to tripping.
Damn.
If he don't want, what if
Los,
he one of
the
them
more-
guys?
Los, the more you talking, the more I think I agree with Roger. I think Best Friend Weekend is gonna go ahead on and stand with Tamar Braxton.
That man, she's a good guy, dog. Man might be a good guy.
I just
Sure.
yeah. But think about all the good guys you know, and if that like think about it if your sister was like, yeah, I was dating this
I
one
know.
dude.
I know
and
2
he
good
came
guys on the
over.
phone on the podcast with me. So, you know, I know a lot of good guys, bro. Paul,
I'm a good guy too, but I'm just saying if I'm talking to somebody like that, dating somebody, most likely it's not going to take
She said,
that long.
and she didn't even
because
say,
of me.
and he didn't smash. She said, and he don't touch you. So that just means that he didn't even rub your hair, rub your butt, nothing. So you have
he ain't slapping on the booty when she walked by, nothing.
He didn't do
That is
nothing.
much.
He didn't touch it.
Yeah, that's a bit much though.
He probably wanted to do her hair.
That man ain't gay. Don't mean he gay,
What,
man.
Playing in a
I'm not gonna let
haircut.
y'all play that man like that. That don't mean that man gay. Now if he call his homebrew over there and he come through spicy, now okay. You know what I'm saying? Or he got a hickey on the back of his neck. Then you gotta start thinking.
But
You know
Los,
what I mean?
think about the scenario that we painting. Why would he call his homeboy over the second night that he hang out with this chick?
I know what I'm saying, like if his homeboy was over this, you came over there to hang out with him, and his homeboy like, I was in the area, man, was in, and then be like, hey girl, you know what I'm saying? If the homeboy coming like that, then you be okay. This what's going on right here.
I'm siding with Tamar.
I don't think you need all them like I think Roger's convinced me like if I've learned anything in this podcast is to listen to what you guys say, and if it's a compelling argument, I'm gonna go ahead on with it. I'm compelled to agree with Roger on this.
So 3 days laying with a woman, if you don't try to hit your gay.
If you don't touch it,
Okay, not touch it, but if you. So what does touching consist of? Like handshakes?
Los,
You gonna work on handshakes?
I'm trying to understand what perspective you coming from.
because Los,
I
I would
was being
expect,
different right
anybody would expect that Los, if we said this conversation was happening right now, people would be like, Los would be saying all kind of ignorant stuff.
I thought Los was
I had
the
to
voice
switch it
of
up,
the
man.
boys,
Hey, I don't want y'all to think y'all know me like that. I had to switch it up.
You done turned over a new leaf.
Turn on a new lead. I got some shit in my head to say though, but I'm going this way with it today. I'm going this way.
I'm happy you're keeping it, man. Look, let's talk about another story that's going to affect a lot of people out there. In the current climate of social media and pop culture and everything else. So, for years, likes have been central to how celebrities, brands, politicians, and everyday users experience Instagram and Facebook. It's how people measure, popularity, success, and everything. In recent months, though, Instagram has been rethinking how to contribute, how likes contribute to making its platform more toxic. So now they trying to take away likes on Instagram, and it should be happening very soon. It's unclear. It's only gonna be certain people, but it's unclear how many users in the United States will have their likes hidden. But they're gonna disappear for some U.S. users beginning next week. They'll still show like the people who like your stuff. Like, so from what I read, basically it's like this: like your picture, you put it up there, it'll still say like Raj Move and 318 Cap, Big Cap like your picture, but it's not gonna say how many. And if you click on Raj Move and 318 Cap, it'll show you the list of people who like it, but it still won't tell you how many. So that's what Instagram is basically on, dog. What are y'all thinking about that?
I don't like change. So I'm not gonna like this. I like Instagram the way that it was. I like the old logo.
Mm-hmm.
I like when I hate the algorithm that they use now to make pictures. I used to like the way, even with Snapchat, I don't understand why it's such a norm to like not make things in chronological order. I know I'm back on that tangent, but like just all a part of it. It seems like we're always trying to change stuff, but not necessarily make it better. We just need to change it just for change's sake, just for refreshment. So I don't like it.
So before you contribute, Los, I want to say this, that the change isn't necessarily supposed to be just for change's sake. The change is because, and I want, both of you have worked with kids in the past. It's because of the way that kids' self-esteem is tied up with likes.
Yeah.
And that it becomes a toxic environment when like a 12-year-old or a 15-year-old or like an 18-year-old is like at school and their friend in the class posts a picture, and like you just said, Raj, everybody follows them and they get 2,000 likes on the picture. However, they post a picture and they get 16 or 4. Like how that becomes just a status symbol of I'm not popular, I'm not good enough. And you know, they got things, they have real scenarios like suicide and depression and mental health issues that take place with kids. So from what I understand, that is why they're trying to make the change there.
And I understand all that. All I'm saying is it's the same thing as the little girl that didn't make the cheerleading team, or the little boy that didn't make the basketball team, or that the little girl that was mad that the black kid won valedictorian, deservedly so.
Shout
you know
out,
what
this
I'm saying?
podcast
Like,
brought to you by Jay Harry. Go ahead.
It's always gonna be something. So like so I guess in some form or fashion, kudos to Instagram doing what they do to like attack bullying, but or self-esteem issues. I don't have much empathy.
Okay. Los, what are your thoughts?
I mean, if that's the what they're really doing it for, I guess since parents can't keep their kids off social media or any of those things, you just have to have one. If your child is 12, you just can't say no. You know, I guess it's a good thing for that. I really don't have likes or no likes. I mean, if you want to post your picture, I mean, you still can see how many people liked it. It just, I guess it won't count them anymore for you. You got to count them yourself. So somebody come out with an app that says count your likes, and you can just post them and do it like that. So somebody will fix it real soon.
That's funny.
Won't be that long.
That's funny that they might be able to do something like that.
They're working on it right now.
A little add-on or something.
Yeah, they count your apps for you. I mean, count your likes for you. I mean, but the thing about it is, I guess kids having to find themselves, you know, at school in real life and find out who they are online too, which is weird. But you know, that's the world we're living in nowadays. So if that's what it's for, I'm for it. Shit.
So what?
I mean, if that's the case, then they should get rid of that damn algorithm too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's like if the more likes that a picture gets, it's gonna show up at the top of the, you know, like if I post something fire and somebody else posts something that's not fire and mine's getting likes and likes and likes and likes, mine's gonna show up on top no matter why. Or if a bunch of my friends started to comment on a certain picture, then that's the one that's gonna show up at the top for me. Go back chronological. And then you don't even have to work. Like that's another way to hurt this self-esteem, you know, issues.
So a lot of people
that they're trying to fix.
A lot of people did come out and say that like that there's like you can do other stuff, and there are some more substantial things that can happen with Instagram to make it a little bit of a less toxic place. And they saying that hiding likes ain't the answer. A lot of people doing that. A lot of people who are against it are obvious like Instagram models. I don't know what the hell they gonna do.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
No,
I mean they still
you know what? The mall won't be packed anymore during the middle of the day. I tell you that.
They're gonna have to find something to do. But I got another question, and I'm just gonna say it. So they said that some celebrities have already voiced some strong objections. They said Nicki Minaj said she stopped posting on Instagram if likes were gone. Rico Nasty said that this change is going to kill Instagram. He said, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying people value likes. So I'm sure they won't be posting on there no more, which means new app coming soon. And Cardi B said that nasty comments on Instagram are more of an issue than likes when it comes to users' well-being. So she's like, likes ain't the issue. However, some celebrities are in favor of the change. Kim Kardashian West said that taking away likes would be beneficial for people's mental health. So I got a question for y'all too. Are we ready to have the discussion that Kim Kardashian is better for the black culture than these other hoes? Like, are we at like, let's just be dead ass. Right now, 2019, in the last 2 years, Kim Kardashian did more for black people than all of these Nicki Minaj's and Cardi B's and all the rest of them. Tell me I'm wrong.
You wrong.
Man, I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what Kim Kardashian has done. I don't know what Nicki Minaj has done. But I just know if they were to do the same thing,
Nicki Minaj gave us Queen Radio.
Is gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like Kim Kardashian's gonna get more clout. Like she's gonna get more publicity for that.
No, stop it, dude. Stop it. I'm talking about prison reform stuff. I'm talking about working with like mental health issues. I'm talking about think about the things that Kim Kardashian has came out with like behind and whatever, and the messages she's been behind. I know it's hard to disassociate her from like sticking behind her obviously mentally like messed up husband. Like Kim
I'm about to say that's why she has to talk about mental health, number one, because she live there every day. Now with the prison reform, she got a couple people out of jail, which I don't know if she was heading it. I think she just probably went down there for the face.
So LeBron not the head of the I Promise School. So relax. We talked about that.
Okay, but it's LeBron. We gonna support the black man.
What support Kim K? She the figurehead. Go ahead.
But but I think it was more so LeBron idea about the I Promise School. But anyway, I don't know if that was her doing. I think she might have got along with it. Her a group was doing that, and so I want to help. I'll get into that. And her name can get them indoors that they couldn't get themselves in. So that which I just know, but I like the trajectory she's on, but I don't want to say she's done more. Not just yet. I can't give her that yet, because then next thing you know, she's gonna be in blackface, and I'm gonna be mad at her. So let's just relax real quick.
No, Kim Kardashian had more black. She got more black in her than anybody.
Something is wrong with you, man.
It's hard to separate Kim K from like Ray J and how she got on. You know what I mean? The Reggie Bush, the Terrence Howards, the Nick Cannons, the whoever else. How she eventually got on. It's hard to separate Kim K of who she was, what her family represents. That whole keeping up with the Kardashians. She
said before, yeah.
It's hard to separate her. But I'm just talking about actions and words and stuff that like things that they stand up for and things that they stand behind. Nicki Minaj don't be about shit. And Cardi B is damn near in the same lane. They ain't about shit to me. And I don't mean like I know y'all like their music. You know what I mean? I like
you
the
just
City
don't like
Girls
black
too,
women.
Man. If Act Up come on, I like that shit. You know what I mean? But they don't be about shit. And I think Kim Kardashian is better for the culture.
I don't know. I guess for me, I don't trust a lot of that shit Kim Kardashian do, because she got that Jenner behind her mama, who's a fucking marketing genius. And I think a lot of that shit is to help her image getting the good grace of black folk. Because about 2 years ago or something, everybody was mad at her for something she did, saying something about black people or something. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of those things are to help her image, which is whatever, that's what they do when you're a celebrity. You gotta get your brand back on. But I don't think it's genuine, so I can't say that she's done more for. It looks like it, but who's to say that ain't set up for it to look like it, for you to say the shit you saying now?
I'm just saying, don't at me, bro. Kim Kardashian. Don't at me, bro. If I'm wrongfully convicted of some shit, Kim K, I got a better chance of Kim K fighting for my freedom than Nicki Minaj. She don't give a shit about me. It's all I
agree. I agree. Nicki been wilding, but I agree with that.
Not to say none of them gonna help me, but I'm just saying.
I think Cardi B will come to you. She'll give you a song or something for your bills, like
that. You tripping, man. I'm just saying Kim Kardashian is woke. And let me talk about some other people that's woke. Let's get a word from our sponsors right quick. So 5 young Xavier alumni have come together to create the Black Coffee Company, man. Y'all visit theblackcoffeecompany.com to check out their art, apparel, and definitely their coffee. With 5 unique blends of Colombian, Brazilian, Ethiopian, and Peruvian coffees, these brothers are giving you some of the best Java from around the globe and some food for thought as well. These fellas aren't only distributing quality coffee, they preach the major tenets of entrepreneurship, financial freedom, and community empowerment.
The whole movement is dope, but don't take my word for it. Visit theblackcoffeecompany.com and see what all the fuss is about. The Black Coffee Company. Coffee for the culture.
Ooh, if you're looking for black coffee, go get it from black people. If you're looking for some coffee in the morning, it's a nigga on his way. Ooh, 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 ooh.
You're
Is that a
ridiculous.
monkey noise?
I don't know what he was just doing. I'm gonna have to edit out something. Hey, Homecoming was live. I'm saying it again. Black Coffee and Best Friend Weekend combined to make a dope
Shout
shirt. First Coffee. Then Black Stuff with My Friends, man. It was selling like hotcakes in the yard. That shirt will be available on the Black Coffee site and Best Friend Weekend site coming up real soon. We just got to work out the particulars, so be on the lookout for that this week. First Coffee, then Black Stuff with My Friends. Best Friend Weekend, Black Coffee. It's a movement right now, so you feel that. Another story
Shout
about
out.
another woke individual that I definitely wanted to bring up, man. Colin Kaepernick
Hey,
is going to get a tryout this weekend
courtesy of Jay-Z.
by some NFL teams. It's craziness, just out of nowhere. Cap, like they want to look at him. They want to look at him, man. I guess my question is for you guys: what do y'all think about it? I'm gonna start with Raj because I know you always got a sports hot take. What was your initial thought when you heard that they said Cap's gonna have a tryout for all of the NFL teams who want to show up on Saturday?
I hope it works. That's my first thought because I don't know if it will.
Okay.
I think if I had to say it, if I had to think how them owners and GMs feel about Kaepernick as of right now, let me say the owners because I think they got some GMs that would love to have Kaepernick. I think he's out of sight, out of mind. So I hope it works. I really do. I just don't know if it will.
Los,
And if I was a betting man,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I don't think it will.
Los, what are your first thoughts?
My first thoughts is I want to know how many teams are coming, and I want to know how many teams are coming and which ones. I heard it's only 4 or 5 coming so far. But I think he'll do good because really, if you know anything about working out, throwing for teams, you're doing all the stuff. He's been doing that for 3 years, so he should be very, 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 very good at that. I just don't know about him playing the actual game. He should all the little drills and stuff he's done 2 million times over the past 3 years, and and I'm sure he's in shape. Arm strong. He good. So I think all that little stuff he gonna knock out the park. I just think when you get him in the helmet and put him behind the center, and he got to read defense and people come at him, that's when it's gonna get a little shaky.
So
but
he
other
like
than
in
that, I
that.
think-
He in that mode on Madden where they just be practicing and trying to do the drills and stuff.
And he the coldest one out there right now. He cold. That's all he been doing. Think about it. When you play, man, that's all you ever did when you played for 3 years. You be killing all that shit. So I mean, I just think
you'll be able to hit all the drills. You're right.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be really, really good at that. As long as people catch the passes, because he knows all the drills. I'm sure whoever's putting him through him has been doing it for years. I mean, he's gonna be good at that stuff. I just don't know about when they real bullets start flying. That's the only thing.
I mean, I just think if a team actually wanted to work Kaepernick out, that team would call him to come work out.
So can I? So I can speak to that. There was a lot of things that people put out there that are possible things, right? So there's 3 big theories that people were putting out. I'm gonna say them real quick. One is that it's just a disingenuous thing by the league who like, hey, I want you to come out here just so we could say, man, shut the hell up. We gave you a tryout and you wasn't
He
good.
wasn't good enough.
Right? So basically, they just told him on Tuesday, and they said your shit is on Saturday, and he said, "Can you back it up to Tuesday instead?"
Nope.
Because NFL
when they
teams,
usually
that's the day off, so everybody could come watch me. On Saturday is the day before a game. People traveling, can't nobody come watch me. Why would you do it on a Saturday? And it's like, nah. So a lot of people saying it's disingenuous by the league. That's one school of thought. Another school of thought is people saying that it's a part of the settlement. Like, it's a part of the settlement that can't come out is that you got to get that man a tryout within a year. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
and this is part of like that part of the settlement where they got to do it. So, once again, that becomes like an unhonest effort. And the third one that kind of speaks to what you was just talking about, Raj, is that potentially, and this is the one that people are kind of saying might actually be a thing, is that a bunch of teams wanted to mess with him. And they like, but we can't because if we come out like, man, the Saints worked out Kaepernick and then we cut him, then everybody be like, oh, man, the Saints ain't for social justice. Or if they even brought him in, the fan base like, why'd you bring that old traitor? He hates the flag, blah, blah, blah. But if you do it this way, where all of the teams could come at one time, then nobody gonna look like, you know what I mean? If 12 teams there, then you can't really hate on like the one team who ends up signing them. They giving them like a little blanket of protection to be able to sign them if you want. I.e., Stephen A. Smith said this morning that from his sources, Colin Kaepernick gonna be on a team within the next week. Like that, it's already kind of a done deal. They're like, unless he throw that bitch in the stands and he get in there and they ask him questions and be like, you know what, F America, and be wilding and saying all kind of wild stuff. Like they said that man gonna be on the team next week. That's what Stephen A. was saying. Not that he knows shit, but he probably know more than us. So
well, I think if you let white boy don't say it, it ain't really real yet. What's the dude who come out of the trades? If he don't say it,
oh, you talking about
Schefter?
Shefty.
Yeah, if Shefty don't say it, I ain't really rocking with it like that yet. But it is weird that they will do it on a Saturday and you know normally on a Tuesday. But you know, I wish him the best, bro. I mean, you know, we know it's gonna be some bullshit. I forgot all about the settlement. I hope there's not a part of the settlement though.
Yeah, I saw you going like, the settlement. Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be a part of the settlement.
I'm thinking about it optimistic. I mean, I think it'd be cool to be whatever, you know. But I'm thinking about it optimistically. And if I'm a team trying to win, like if I'm a team and I have quarterback issues, because honestly, the Saints don't really need him. But if I'm a team and I got quarterback issues, I would love to like at least put out a flyer on Kaepernick. And if this is the way that it has to happen, then I'm cool with it. So I'll be optimistic and say I think that there'll be a lot of teams taking a flyer on him, maybe even for next year. Yeah. You know, like let's see what he got right now, and then like we'll, you know, like sign him for next year or pick him up next year at some point. I think that's real cool. Man.
What team you think? So that's my next question. What team do you think would he be best with? I know who I think. So
he would be best with?
I'll tell you what team I think that I would like to see him on. Not, you know what team? This is the team I would like to see him on the Chicago Bears. Because I think something, like I think he's definitely better than Mitch Trubisky. And I think that, or you know, whatever. I think he could come in there and the Bears is like a run play defense team supposed to be. Like I could see that. But the thing that I think would be live is that, you know how they always be like, man, what about the issues in Chicago? I think that Kaepernick, like, doing social justice things in Chicago would be dope. Like, I think that would be
focusing on football. But yeah.
Yeah. I think big picture, I think Colin Kaepernick in Chicago might be dope.
I think give me a place where he gonna actually get on the field.
Okay.
And Chicago could be a place like that, but give me a Miami.
Okay. Cincinnati
for sure.
I was thinking San Diego behind man, because Phillip Rivers is on his way out.
So you want him to go into like some independent league because San Diego don't have a team.
Los Angeles Raiders.
No, the Chargers. My bad.
Los Angeles Raiders.
You want to go to the XFL?
Go back in time
to the XFL.
But I want to go to with the Chargers, man. I think that'll be a good look for him. Just get out there, get acclimated back, get on some scout team stuff. You know, they can work him in every now and then. I don't want him to just come back and jump out there and start looking like a damn fool. I'd rather him kind of come back slowly, bro, because it get bad when you, like all this hoopla and then, you know, niggas, we'll turn our back on you in a minute.
Tampa Bay.
So wait, let me throw this out there. Los, do you know who the Los Angeles Chargers backup is?
Who is
Tyrod Taylor, huh?
Tyrod Taylor. So I don't want him. I don't want him to be. I don't want the conflict.
I ain't know Tyrod was over there. Never mind.
Give me Miami. Give me New York. I would love New York or Jacksonville. You know, like I want somewhere where like Nick Foles didn't cut it. So now we gotta go.
Jacksonville should have got him 3 years ago though.
No, most definitely.
Yeah. Or Washington D.C.
And I think Jacksonville.
A lot of people said D.C. would be good.
I think Jacksonville. I don't know if you remember this. So Jacksonville got a minority owner, like the Middle Eastern owner or something like that.
Shad Khan.
I think he actually was like, I'm about to sign him. And the NFL was like, nah. Like, I really have that theory that he was like, y'all don't want Kaepernick? Shit, I'll take him.
They threw like, ice on that.
Y'all are tripping. And the NFL, like, they got together and they was like, hey, bro, you can't do it.
Hey, I got one more question on this. I just only want to ask one more question. And this is just a yes or no. I don't want to hear no qualifiers. I don't want to hear nothing else. Just a yes or no from you two black men. Los, did Jay-Z have something to do with this?
Yes. Yeah.
Raj, did Jay-Z have something to do with this?
Yes.
Al, did Jay-Z have something to do with this?
Absolutely
Hell
not.
no.
Hell
no.
That nigga gonna say that. Jay-Z.
No, man.
Hey, anytime a black man get on the NFL from now on or something good happen to a black man, Jay-Z went and talk to them white
Jay-Z
folk
did
first
it.
from now.
Jay-Z went and talked to him.
everything.
Yo,
hey,
yo,
when
still,
somebody
hey.
get paid big money, Jay-Z worked that out. Okay,
Yo,
what you
still,
say?
All right, okay. So wait, hold on. I gotta give my. So I don't think that he has necessarily had something to do with it, but I think that the words Colin Kaepernick came out of Jay-Z's mouth in a meeting. Nah, maybe I don't think it was like, hey, y'all need to get Colin Kaepernick, but it was like, what's going on with Kaepernick? And maybe the answer was, we got something in store for that.
I don't think
I'm
that was
not-
it. Jay-Z made
I'm
the call. Jay-Z made the call. He set up the time and place. He called every team on him and Beyonce called every team.
Yeah.
And talked to every owner, and they're
Okay.
gonna do a concert in each stadium.
All right. I'm not black. I'm Jay-Z. So watch when he gets signed. So watch when he gets signed to the Cowboys, and him and Michael Bennett both be standing for the players next to Jerry Jones.
On
Then
the-
y'all can
on
see
the
what
50.
Jay-Z. What
On the
Jay-Z
50.
Okay, Jay-Z. I see you. I see your hove.
Holding Jesse Smollett hand.
Man. Hey, man. They love that. They love that dude more than most. Hey, man, look. Another big thing that needs to be talked about. Man, I didn't know what a Camp Flog Gnaw was. Somebody sent me a message and was like Camp Flog Gnaw and was like LOL. I think my cousin GQ, shout out this podcast brought to you by GQ. It's a music festival at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, and Tyler the Creator hosted every year. He brought out Drake, and the crowd booed him off the stage.
Yeah.
Drake asked the crowd while they was booing if he wanted him to keep going. But when the people started screaming no, he just left. He said, "It's been love. I go by the name of Drake. Thank you for having me." And killed his set 20 minutes earlier. After he left the stage, fans continued to chant for Frank Ocean, Frank Ocean, and then they turned off all of the lights and sent him home. First question: is this a gay festival?
Must be.
I mean, yes. That's
Never
just.
mind,
I
ain't gonna say what I was gonna say.
think this is what Tamar Braxton was probably talking about.
The dude was at this. He was in the crowd.
This is exactly what Tamar Braxton. Y'all don't like Drake, y'all gay. That man came up here and
Hey,
y'all
no, if you don't
the
like
first
Drake
song,
one
not the
time,
second song.
2 times, 3
Yeah.
times, 10.
I think they was laying in the bed with Tamar Braxton. The dude she was talking about was laying in the bed with a girl, and a tornado flew around his room before they leave. Same day, dog. They was like Lil Nas X. I mean, okay, okay. So Tyler the Creator said that I thought that bringing one of the biggest artists on the fucking planet to a music festival was fire.
Mm-hmm.
But flip side, a little tone deaf knowing the specific crowd it drew. Some created a narrative in their head and acted out like assholes when it didn't come true, and I don't fuck with that. That's what Tyler the Creator said, like all caps.
He came out.
Frank
He's
Ocean?
homosexual, right? Tyler Creator homosexual.
I don't know about that. I think he's just saying.
I'm asking.
Close.
No, I'm asking.
Not that I know of. I mean, but maybe shit. I don't know what them boys do, man. I'd like Gerard Carmichael. We love him. He was talking about some dome or something one day.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Dang.
I'm just saying that he was talking about some tank behavior. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Tank bag.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It seems like a lot. But the bigger point, all of that to say this. This is what I want to bring it back to. The hell you get off booing Drake? Like, if this re-say the same story and insert artist whomever, dog, you know how mad I'd be if I'm at a concert and Drake come out to do a set
Come on, dog.
and y'all start booing?
Booing?
Drove.
That's
Yeah.
Aubrey
I'd be
Graham,
upset.
dog.
Come on, man.
I'm fighting. I'm fighting. That's
Hey,
Drake.
you know they strong too, though. It's a bunch of they strong.
Couldn't stop it, Los. Even if I think it's just a weirdo crowd. I don't know. Like I know you said yes, probably a gay festival, but I think it might have just been weirdos, bro. Like some people who like counterculture, hippie style, Tyler the Creator type fans, like non-mainstream people who like.
There's a lot of them, man.
No, I don't want the mainstream. I want Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean's going to be here. We heard it's going to be Frank Ocean.
But they didn't even have Lil Nas X there either, so you might be right. It just might have been a weirdo crowd.
I don't know, man. It's a lot going on, man. I don't know a lot about the concert, man. I don't know if it was straight or if it was gay.
So cute.
Now cue up
Man,
that
that's
music
crazy.
for nothing nice to say.
I know they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo nice.
Ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
So I feel like it's necessary this week to talk about Rodney Reed for a second. If you don't know who Rodney is, he's scheduled to be executed in about a week for the 1996 abduction, rape, and murder of 19-year-old Stacy Stites in Bastrop, Texas. So Rodney was 28 at the time. He's a black man who always maintained his innocence, but was convicted and sentenced to death by an all-white jury, supposedly of his peers. The story goes that in 96, Stacy was living with her fiance, Jimmy Fennell, a Bastrop police officer. And she was working at a grocery store 30 minutes from home, and she was scheduled to work at 3:30 in the morning shift. When she didn't show up, a co-worker called the police, and her body was found later the same day on the side of the road. She was raped and strangled. So Reed didn't become a suspect. Rodney Reed didn't become a suspect till about a year later when DNA found on her came out to be his. Thing is, he was smashing, and he told the police that he was having a relationship with her too. And a little bit of a plot twist, just so you know, in 2007, Jimmy Fennell, the boyfriend who was living with her when she got killed, was accused of rape by a woman he detained while working as a police officer in Georgetown, Texas. According to his attorney, Fennell pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of kidnapping and improper sexual activity with the woman while she was in police custody. But guess what? He still got 10 years in jail, and he was released in March 2018. Damn. But just where the story gets crazy. When he was locked up, Arthur Snow, right? Jon Snow, a member of the Aryan Brotherhood, perfect name for the Aryan Brotherhood, was in prison with Fennell, and he said Fennell told him, "I had to kill my nigga-loving fiance." Now, I know it's hard to believe prisoners because they got motives to say stuff like that. Why? Whatever. But a former sheriff's deputy, Jim Clampett, who attended Stites' funeral, said that during that joint, Fennell looked at the body and said, "You got what you deserve." And another dude, Charles Fletcher, who was at the time an officer with Bastrop Police Department, and a friend of Fennell and Stites, said that even before the murder, Fennell had told him that he believed Stites was having an affair with a black man. All I'm saying is there's reasonable doubt galore here. And I think it's crazy as hell to kill somebody when they got a lot of questions out there that still ain't answered. A petition at freerodneyreed.com has gotten over 2 million signatures, while another 300,000 people have signed a change.org petition in support of Reed. I think Kim Kardashian spoke out on this too. I didn't hear anything from Cardi B. Now that you got all of that necessary information, I just want to say my little piece on executions in general. If boys don't have video evidence of you killing somebody, I don't think you should put anybody to death. Imagine being on death row for some shit you ain't do. Ooh. That's like the least humane thing on history. On the flip side, I'm not here for signing petitions and shit for people who might have really done the crime. Rodney could have killed that woman. Just because social media says they don't mean boys didn't rape, pillage, and murder, and then turn around and have a good life and lie good. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, it's all about the legal system. That shit needs to reform. And the amount of justice you get shouldn't be determined by the lightness of your skin. And I ain't got nothing nice to say about biased juries and judges who see black faces as guilty before they prove him beyond the shadow of a doubt to be. So I won't say nothing at all.
I think that's the problem.
Man, that shit wild, bro.
Yeah, that's a big problem when you walk in as a black man and you got to prove yourself innocent. You know what I mean? They don't even have to. You already walk in guilty, so you got to prove yourself innocent. I think that's a lot of the problem. So if it's not enough for them, you losing. You got people losing their entire life behind that stuff. Or you can't afford proper representation. You in trouble, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and really, people don't know it or not. That shit help, bro. Because court appointed lawyers got 45,000 things to do. No, they don't have time. They got
If you ever listen to the Serial podcast, the one with the Adnan Syed trial, if you look at like the second season of it or third one, I don't remember what season it was, but it was all in the courtroom. Man, that shit was so good. Just listening to public defenders and just crying, like just how every day of that shit, like how the justice system just ain't set up for us. But Raj, what I can tell from your reaction just then is that you never heard that story.
No, I never heard the story. And what's kind of crazy to me, and you know, call it what you will. So what's kind of crazy to me is I got this checklist going off in my head of everything you're saying about. You know, the Aryan Brotherhood dude and the sheriff's deputy and Jimmy Kimmel and all them boys. And I'm like, bro, I thought to go to court was like reasonable doubt. Like I thought reasonable doubt was a such thing. And I'm hearing nothing but reasonable doubt. Like enough to where your case should be maybe closed.
But y'all gonna kill
Jimmy
him
Kimmel
next week.
Yeah, like y'all really about to just take one out, and that's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild to me. And even if he did do it, whenever early in the podcast, I don't remember what episode it was, we talked about feelings towards the O.J. Simpson trial, and I think O.J. Simpson killed them people.
Oh, he did.
Even if this dude did it, there's enough reasonable doubt that he should be on the streets right now.
The thing about it is that
I don't understand it.
He didn't have the proper representation. Like if he had O.J. Simpson lawyers or anywhere near that, he'd have been all right. But when you got a public defender who's trying 30-some cases a day or however many in a couple of days, you know, all he do is sit in court and just try people he don't know and don't have the proper time to actually, you know, go through a case for real. That's what you get. A bunch of bullshit, people going to jail, and all they doing is trying to get you to plea. You know what I mean?
But you don't feel like... Do you not feel so? Yeah, he didn't have proper representation. But what I don't understand is there's lawyers out there that live for stuff like that live.
But you know,
that's how it's coming back though.
Yeah, this is 96, right? Yeah. Like this is 2019, and like 23 years later, that like in the last probably I would say 15 years is when like the Innocent Project start getting popping. The Innocence Project is the shit. Like you should if you like listen to like documentaries about them, they be getting boys off. And boys be innocent. Yeah. Boys be innocent in doing
like blatantly 20. Though. It be blatantly innocent though. Like ain't no way he could have did it.
Boys be doing 20 and being on death row and be about to get executed, man. That's crazy, dog.
Wouldn't even know one near the person. Yeah.
Well, they need to do that for him.
Because
I think that's what they had now.
They said some crazy statistic like about 30% of people on death row are actually innocent. Yeah, like it's some crazy number like that, and the convictions of like 22% of them get overturned, meaning that like 8% of people on death row get murdered and they're innocent. Like, ain't that crazy, dog?
And like, the thing about it too, when they say when they get overturned, them people most of them already did at least 10 years in jail already. Before
you know, I'm on the innocentproject.org right now, and the biggest article on there is stop the the execution of Rodney Reed. And it's November 20th. And then here's what it says: contact Governor Abbott and the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles to stop this execution. And I would like to know, Governor Abbott, how would it make you feel knowing that you killed an innocent man? You know what I mean?
They don't care in Texas, don't you? They don't care in Texas.
But that's crazy.
They don't give a damn. He must be in Huntsville then.
Yeah, he in Huntsville. Of course he in Huntsville.
Yeah. That's where they kill people at.
So when we record the podcast next Wednesday, we're gonna know if Rodney still living or not, man. Rodney Reed's still with us. Man, that's crazy. I'm gonna go sign I don't like signing the petition, bro. I don't like doing that because I just be kind of in my head like, man, I don't know if that dude did it or not, but I don't think he should die. Like, because I think it's reasonable doubt. But I don't know what signing the petition going to actually do. I don't know. What y'all think? Do we need to sign a petition or not?
I never knew what that does. I mean, who do you turn it into to be like, okay, you got enough signatures? Like, is it a certain number of signatures you need?
Because the only thing I got was a message in my inbox from some Instagram hoes talking about some sign this petition to keep them likes. They ain't saying nothing about Rodney Reed. Like, they worried about the wrong thing.
Hey, that must have been Kim Kardashian because Cardi B sent me the one about Reed.
No, Cardi B sent you the one about keep the likes. Keep the likes, man. It's crazy, man. Like, and I wanted to talk about that story last week when I was kind of like when it was kicking up a lot of steam, but I felt like, maybe some things would have happened by now, but I'm like, damn, by the time we talk about it next time, it might be over for her boy. So, I mean, if you're listening to it, I don't know what your opinion is. I don't know what your stance is on that type of thing. But, if you feel strongly that, that reasonable doubt, you should try to get people off death row and sign the petition, see what it do. I mean, can't hurt nothing.
It can't hurt. Yeah, I say it can't hurt nothing. That's crazy, though.
No, it's a lot, man. I powered through this whole podcast, man. Y'all boys could hear my my voice wasn't what it should be. It's been rather weak for this podcast.
Early in the week, he sounded like Coach O.
Oh yeah, I was bad, boy. I was like, hey man, okay, hold up. Before we go, you said it, so now I got to talk about it. I saw the what's his name? Bomani said that Nick Saban took 3 L's in one night, and they said that man ain't took 3 L's in like 3 seasons. They said 1, the boy lost to LSU. 2, all of the recruits were there for that game, and Trump was there, and the whole crowd was just cheering for him. So that means all the black boys was at Alabama watching the game, and the whole crowd was cheering for Trump. Like, that gotta suck. And they said,
"Whoa, it depends on what kind of little black boys they were."
No, you're right. But the ones they be looking for, kind of,
they look like it. They look like it. But some of them boys, some suburban kids, man. Are they like, fuck?
I get you. Yeah, but them speedsters on the outside.
Oh yeah, them some niggas. Them niggas.
Yeah. And the third L they said he took was what Coach O said in that damn locker room, boy.
Oh,
he said we're gonna beat him on the field. We're gonna beat him in recruiting. Beat him in the recruiting. Beat him on the field. Yeah. Roll Tide. What? Fuck you.
Change the narrative. You understand that? Yes, sir. We're going to beat their ass in recruiting. We're going to beat their ass every time they see us. Exactly. You understand that? Yes, sir. Roll Tide. What? Fuck you. Yeah!
Hey, I can't even say it like Coach O. Hey, that shit had me hyped, dog. I was just about to say,
but hey, I'd have ran down kickoff for that one right there. I ain't lying.
You know what he said next? They had like the extended version, couldn't? That nigga, Coach O said, straight up, I'm reading it right now, the transcript. It said, we're going to beat him in recruiting. We're going to beat him every time we see him. Roll Tide, what? Fuck you. I got 2 hands, 2 pads. Knock a nigga shit loose.
Knock a nigga shit loose.
Knock a nigga shit loose.
Oh man, that's funny.
Bro, the funniest meme that I saw was, if an alligator could talk, this is how it would sound. And it was that Coach O on the field after the game interview.
Well, we gotta get on back to the thing. They gonna give that that boy with the real. That's a real important for it down right there. But defense gotta pick it up. The offense gonna go what's going on. Go Tigers.
No, where we from? That man is like Coach Wallet. That man is like every coach, like every Cutting. People where we from want to play for somebody like Coach O. Cutting. That's an old white man who could ball crawfish. Cutting. Like I mean, look at him. Look at him, man. That's Coach O, man. He'll take you on a chafalaya, Cutting. That better go fish with
everything.
You.
Yeah. What? You know, a hole right around there, right here. Call him with a whippersnapper. Yeah, man.
I got 2 shoe pick in a soccer league. But anyway, man. As always, man. Look, it was a pleasure kicking it with y'all this week. I want y'all to
blessing people these long ass podcasts, bro.
I mean, hey, Rumble said he wanted them double barrel shotties, so we give them to him, man. Have a great weekend. Make it a best friend weekend, and we out.
Rest in peace, Charles Rogers.
Yeah, blow.
Baby, can you handle it? Fuck a little boy, I need a man in it. Who gonna get up in these guts and stand in it? Pussy get wet like a candle lit. Ugh. Wobble, 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 wah. Drop it like it's hot. Them girls out the projects got a poppin' lock in it. Make him go in his pockets. Popping in it on his cock. Running him like a relay. If we ain't got it, then the pussy on delay. Think I'ma fall for the game? You on green base. The bad bitches do whatever we say. You know how we play.
God damn.
I just like the fact that she said she need a man in it, nigga.
Man, stand up in it.
Who gonna get it? Who gonna get up in these guts and stand in it? Pussy get wet like a candle.
That's some big guts right there.
She got candle wax juice coming out of her.
That mean real slow. So when it cool off, it just stay.
It just stay on you.
When it cool off, it get hard.
Man, look, it's a whole bunch going on. Before we start, man, look, we had a lot of things about T.I. last week, and we had a lot of comments, and people was hitting me up and talking about the T.I. thing, and they said, man, it was hilarious. But y'all boys, I had this question, I had that question. So 2 questions that came out that I'm just gonna put them out there. We don't have to answer them, whatever. I mean, the first question was, do he smell his son penis as well? Like, let me smell that dick to see if you are Des Chairman the same way he do to his daughter. This was a comment that was very that the people at Homecoming was really interested in. Does he treat his male sons the same way that he treat his daughter? You know what I mean?
Simple answer, absolutely not.
And the second question was, the second question was very, very logical. And I mean, I guess it's a logical question, but it's a, you know. So when transgender chicks get that surgery, do they get a hymen too?
I heard you gotta pay extra for that though. It depends on what package you get, because you know they come in packages.
I'm not even touching that one.
Hold up. I said we wasn't gonna answer it. I just wanted to ask the question. That was it. I just want y'all to think about that before we're starting on our main stories. I just wanted to ask the question. Is it okay that I just ask the question right?
You got to get a third package, man. That's the supreme.
Can I get the one that come with the hymen? That would come with a hymen.
That's the most expensive one.
Hold up. Shout out. This podcast brought to you by Jay Harry. That boy said, he said, oh man, if them transgender chicks get that hymen, that thing will be gone by the time they get home. Okay, I'm over. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. My apologies to anybody that offended, but I just thought it was hilarious.
You know how when you get cable and they had the list of what package you get?
So Tamar,